This video piggybacks on my previous video about tarot decks for beginners, and I talked about two tarot decks. I talked about the original Rider-Waite-Smith and the Universal Waite. So now I'm going to talk about the books that are, in my opinion, the best to start with these decks. Now, right off the bat, I'm going to talk to you about The Ultimate Guide to Tarot. So a few years ago, I would have told you 78 Degrees of Wisdom by Rachel Pollack was probably the best book to pick up on the market for the beginner tarot enthusiast. But I would say hands down that this is my top pick. This is a very recently released book within the last year and a half by Liz Dean. The wonderful thing about this book is they use the images from the Universal Waite. So if you pick up this deck that comes in this box, this is definitely going to be the book to pick up because it's going to correlate perfectly with your cards. And actually, even if you don't have a deck presently, this is still a great book to buy because you end up with extremely good images of each of the individual cards. So if you want only one place to start and you have a very limited budget, you can pick up this book and learn the cards even before you pick up the deck. Now, another thing about this is the history is really updated, so it has a very accurate history of the tarot. And each individual card, I have multiple books on the tarot. I have an entire tarot library, and I still learned new things about the images and the symbolism in each of the cards from this deck. After each of the cards, it gives you a suggested reading, something to pull in the information of that card and kind of learn its essence. That was something that I found valuable, but much more than anything else, just the description of the cards themselves is extremely well written and will give you, in my opinion, the best basic understanding of each card's, you know, even a little bit beyond the basics. So I feel like they're coming out with a tarot spread book. Liz Dean's coming out with the spread book, The Ultimate Guide to Tarot Spreads, and I'm very eager to pick that book up as well. But if you're looking for the best book to start out with, this is hands down my first pick. There's also another book on the market. This book has been out for just a little while. It's another one of the new releases, and it is called Holistic Tarot, and it's by Benebell Wynn. So this book is great for someone who loves lots of information and wants a complete system to the tarot. This book leaves out nothing. Again, the history of the tarot is extremely accurate because it is an updated book. It's got information on each of the cards. It's got information on spreads, correlations, this in-depth. There's never been a book that I have read on the tarot that is so all-inclusive. That said, Benebell Wynn definitely has her own interpretations of the cards, and the reason that this is also great for the beginner is because this is a system that you can use. Now, you're definitely going to get one person's perspective, but you're going to get one person's thorough perspective, and even if your individual interpretations of the cards end up deviating slightly, you can still use all of this information. So for somebody who seeks a really in-depth understanding of the tarot right off the bat, I would suggest Holistic Tarot by Benebell Wynn. This book, I believe, is best companioned with the original Rider-Waite-Smith deck because that's what you're going to find information on. So the colors of the sky, all the little different aspects that are really specific to this actual deck itself are going to be part of the Holistic Tarot. I spoke in my last video about why I like pocket editions of this particular tarot deck, and another reason is when you're studying, these decks are small, they're easy to maneuver, they're easy to manage, and they're easy to study with. So between those two books, you should find one that really fits your style of learning. The Ultimate Guide to the Tarot by Liz Dean or Holistic Tarot by Benebell Wynn. Those are really winners when it comes to the beginner, and you will feel by the end of reading those books like you are on your way to becoming a tarot reader. So I hope that this video was helpful, and have a great day.